street. So, Lamborghini Aventador S is so far the quickest thing on the way through. But this 911 will be very fast, particularly off the line.
It will, man, and there's more than pride involved, isn't there?
I think there probably is, actually, yeah. A lot of these drivers will have their pride involved, but the manufacturers will be encouraging them to RS. So they did a track version, and then they said that was going to be the ultimate Zonda. And then a few people said, actually, what we'd really like is this track version, but actually road legal. So it becomes road legal again, but it's incredibly fast, exquisitely built. Staple Grand Tourer, you would not expect it necessarily to trouble the front of the order, but it is being driven very quickly.
You don't go around Malcolm quicker than that.
No, you do not.
And you don't leave your braking later.
You don't go into Malcolm quicker than that unless you don't want to come out of it. 100 horsepower. It's the Rimac Concept S. It's full-wheel drive, but it's all electric. The cool thing about an electric hypercar, I suppose, like this, whichever wheel you want to at any time. So if you want maximum traction, you just divide it to, you just give power to the wheel that happens. It just pops and bangs like a gun salute is going on.
Is it a V10?
It's a V8. It's the Yamaha Volvo originally V8, but then it arrives at Nova. They ship it on. He thinks at the wheel, and he's the original driver. He came from gaming, but has ended up on the podium at Le Mans. Discovered some
a narrow track, rear engine, most of the weight over the rear wheels, and most people said it'll never handle properly, but it did. Doug Ring successfully practiced anyway at the Mans before it got up to Bath.
This is a sensational car. If you Radical R, I believe, there or thereabouts with Porsche as the most prolific makers of sports cars, sports racing cars on the planet. Nobody but Porsche makes more racing cars every year than Radical.
Great race driver. He's development driver for BAC.
Yeah, nobody knows this car as well as him, I think.
No. And they've made 80 of the and they're selling all over the world now. Time to beat 50 points.
I think 50.8. It does move around more than the BAC Monarch.
Got the aerodynamics.
We understood quite so much about aerodynamics. You could
But Chris Ward, multiple race winner at 50.01. And the Caterham. Look at the inch perfect line through Chris Ward, and this I think will be Andy Wallace driving the selling, I think, like hotcakes.
Yeah, they're doing okay. It's an interesting car. I don't think there's a more interesting car on sale, if you want to put it that way. But
you've
good
driven
GT car to drive. Yeah.
Beautifully equipped inside, comfortable as well as quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really good. Yeah, I've no doubt they will all sell. They'll all be left-hand drive, just simply because that compact executive platform that is the XE wasn't designed initially to receive the powertrain that it has. So it's got Jaguar's 5-litre V8 in there, supercharged and four-wheel drive, making 600 horsepower. So I think they will sell out very, very fast indeed.
Another chance to see the gun is on, though. Well, my biggest partner, who I can't pronounce.
I know. The Huayra, named after a god of wind, if I remember rightly. What you might see is its brakes, as its brakes. It's got air brakes at the front, at the top of the bodywork. Just there as he slows, so you see them moving, and they can move one side or the other, keep the car flat as it approaches corners and breaks into a corner. Really, really clever stuff.
We've missed the Vulcan.
We have. Bit of a shame there's no time on that actually, but I can see why they might not want to do that when there's only there's only 24 Vulcans in existence and only one AMR Pro.
This is the development of the standard Vulcan. You can opt to send your Vulcan back to the factory to be updated. This is the Zagata version of the Aston Vanquish.
Yeah, Aston on a bit of a roll at the minute. They've recently incumbent boss in and he's brought a real impetus and a real drive to it. So when you talk to Aston Martin engineers these days, they're incredibly happy people, they're motivated people, quite tired people. Yeah, but they've got one all new model they're going to introduce every single year, and that will be augmented with specials like this Vanquish Zagato. So make 500 all sold out before you even see them.
We missed the DB11 zooming past in its latest iteration with the V8 engine, courtesy of Mercedes-Benz.
The lovely thing about that is that, one, it's lighter in the nose than ever made. The 911 would be probably the top one. And the latest, greatest 911 to wear a number plate. It's just a fabulous car to drive. It's 4-litre nat-red braking revs to 9,000 for the GT3 Hero, and a lot less weight. This is an interesting car. This is, am I right, the left is the NSX. From a few years ago, a couple of years ago, there was just lovely. It's great to see it again. It's a lovely car. Followed by the NSX, which is Honda's latest take on the NSX supercar, driven by, I think, by that name. Again, this car has hybrid power, has a mid-mounted V6 engine augmented by electric motors, 2 on the front, 1 attached to the motor, so it can torque vector as well, it can put power where it wants to. 50th anniversary celebrating this weekend, aren't we? And the SLX is one of its road car highlights, no question.
Black series painted white. Yes. The MG GTR. This is the road-going version of the race GT4 race car.
Indeed, yeah, indeed, yeah. Very, very fast, very, very quick. Makes a terrific noise, and it's one of those cars that really impresses you with the noise, with the view out through the bonnet, and then you get out and check the stopwatch and you go, blimey, that is a seriously quick car as well.
This is seriously quick, but 4 doors, comfort.
Yeah, 4 doors, comfort, 4-wheel drive. I mean, you know, if you said to somebody, right, you've got to have one car, only one car that would count. Big. Yes. But the nice thing about AMG is they've adopted turbocharging as one of the last of their naturally aspirated very, very quickly.
In a way, it's a shame that the big booming V8s are
late, but really focus, makes a terrific noise. Brakes stand up to things well. You can get through a set of tyres if you want to in about 3 or 4 laps if you drive fast.
Yeah. We're celebrating the half centenary.
Amiably, I think. You know, they had a good relationship for a long time, and eventually they said, look, you know, why don't we just officially do this?
Yeah.
And since then, it's the latest 700 horsepower version of this combination. So there is something to do before this time next year, but this has a way to go out for the last one. What a machine!
If it's a tall driver, it could well be Ash Mason who looks
a heavy car, 2.5 tons, but throws it around. Well, you'd like it way faster than that.
If you ask Roll how much power it's got, low drag E-Type's gone past.
It's going very, very quickly. Now, got a watch on this, isn't it?
Now this is P1. Who could forget Kenny Brett last year? 46 seconds up the hill in the P1.
He was driving it this morning, actually. I can't see inside now to see whether he's in it this afternoon, but it is really... It became 50 kilos lighter and got a lot more powerful.
I wish...
but then Lanzante took the P1 GTR, made the LM, so put some of the road car stuff back in. So it is the most extreme focused McLaren road car there has been since, well...
In a way, I wish McLaren had the...
I'd also like to see a stopwatch on this. This is the 720S McLaren. The 650S. They're sort of staple friendly version. We'll give them... I wonder what they'll do for the Spider, actually, because there will be a Spider version, but yeah, so that's something we'll have to do something. It has doors that hinge on that roof as well, so the Spider will be very, very interesting.
And McLaren are investing in a facility in Sheffield to produce their carbon fibre tubs, which is a credit. I asked them yesterday, why Sheffield? They said, well, because of the quality of the people up there.
It is a good a great endorsement, isn't it?
It really is.
Here is that P1 GTR, as I mentioned. They take the P1 hypercar, all of the things that would make it road legal, take them out, make it a track special, sell about 30 of them to it.
It's a one-off commissioned by one of Rolls-Royce's clients who said, I want to cooperate with you, collaborate with me in designing the ultimate Rolls-Royce. But as it turns out,
so there's a limit to what they could do, but they've done a lot, and it's exquisitely finished, beautifully put together. Unsurprisingly, not tiny.
No, and unsurprisingly, not cheap.
No, exactly.
We won't talk about money.
No, I don't. I mean, apparently they just had an agreement at the start. So look, we'll tell you how much it costs when we finish it. If we put a price on it now, that will limit what we can do. So yeah, there must be somebody they know very, very well, but we don't know who it is.
I'm so glad that the new Panamera is an elegant car.
Yeah, it didn't stop the old one.
On the limiter.
Limiter again.
Yep. Jaguar.
Yeah, a couple of fast chuggers on the hill. This is the second one, the XJR.
Take a comfy limousine and make it go.
Yeah,
it certainly does go.
It does, yeah. I probably no more entertaining large.
Up here, the new Insignia is a very elegant car.
Yeah, handsome car, lots of room inside. It's a big car, it's a long car, and good value. And the sort of mainstream manufacturers like Vauxhall, who don't perhaps have a premium badge like Audi or BMW, they've been given a hard time of things in the last few years because people have been moving into SUVs or compact executive cars instead. Vauxhall's answer to that is to give a car that A, looks pretty good actually, I think, and B, has a lot of space inside it for the money. So I think, yeah, it should be a formula that gets them back on track.
And talking, it really, they have achieved elegance. People accuse me of being an alpha male because I've had lots of them. I love alpha males, and I'm not a huge fan of SUVs, but I'm a great fan of the to Morecambe. We thought, will he make it, will he? And he did, which is really a testament to the road holding of little Alpine. Yeah. You're in love with this car.
But it's the most exciting sports car of the year for me. So it only weighs 1080 kilos. 250 horsepower. When you see it here alongside other stuff, do go and see it alongside other cars to see how compact it looks.
Here's Maserati's version. This is the Levante. Interesting that the Fiat Group have produced two SUVs in competition with each other in a way. But our theme is game changers, and this is changing the game from the point of view of front hatches. So Henry has been driving the Civic R, and they've achieved the trick of making a car that is quicker but is actually more comfortable.
Exactly, yeah. They've put adaptive dampers on it that have a softer mode, but it is still even faster than the other one. And the other one is fast. It's one of the most powerful front-wheel drive cars around, 320 horsepower, all going through the front wheels. But unlike some hot hatchbacks, they've decided against four-wheel drive, just stick with the lightness of two-wheel drive and make it work. And also developed from their Formula E program, so it makes 420 horsepower. Making one is not high on their priorities list for production, but very, very good fun, I would think.
I think the Zoe concludes. We may have more to come. We just missed the new Mini Countryman hybrid. Appropriately, Bruce has managed to grab some of the drivers at the top of the hill. Let's hear from Bruce.
Well, the supercar shootout's come to a conclusion, not surprisingly. It was the runners from the race cars for the road who came out on top, and Ollie Webb, you took the biscuit. You're the winner. Well done for the BAC Mono.
Yeah, thanks very much. It was we didn't leave much on the table. I've got to say, our previous years getting more and more competitive, and me and John had a huge fight last